Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Cataclysm Classic Road to Loremaster. Whether you are new here or a familiar face, please enjoy the relaxing commentary of today's episode. And as always, I hope you are all doing well. And I thank you for joining me today. It means a lot. In the previous episode, we wrapped up our quests in Eastern Zangarmarsh, and then began our next mission, aiding the troll village of Zabrajan, and making some new friends to the southwest in Sporagar. Today we continue our campaign through the western side of the zone, starting with disabling this pump here, the final steam pump at Marshlight Lake, and then heading north to take care of an ogre threat. Let's get started. Beautiful, the last steam pump has been deactivated. Let's fly out of here. We'll continue to head north. We got a couple more glow caps to collect for Sporagar, some mushroom samples, and some named NPCs to kill. There's our final glow cap, and we've reached the ogre grounds as well. Now I think we can pick up an extra quest by simply killing a couple of these guys. Let's try that out just to confirm. Okay, but we do get the mushroom samples from them. So no additional quest to pick up, but that's how we get our mushroom samples. There's our named ogre. Perfect. Now I just need 9 more mushroom samples. We've got another named NPC to kill up north, Chieftain Mumaki. One of the broken tribes across the zone. Then we'll head over to the Coilfang Reservoir and take out the Fenclaw Thrashers, and then south to deal with the spirits of the Feral Fen. Even though we've already capped off on glow caps, I think we're going to continue to pick them up. They are worth a decent amount of gold each. Probably because they can actually be used as not only a quest turn-in, but as currency. Lots of greens dropping for us all of a sudden. Nothing too interesting though. Just one more mushroom sample, and then we can head over to Chieftain Mumaki. There it is. Let's go collect our other head. Popping all our cooldowns, let's get this done. Alright, up next we're heading to the Coilfang Reservoir. We're going to take on some of those threshers. This one can be a little bit tough, I think, if I remember correctly. It's one of those quests where there aren't necessarily enough enemies to go around to fulfill multiple quest logs. But we'll see when we get there. Luckily, we still have some charges left for our water breathing potion. Put that to good use. Alright, we are all done with the threshers now. Let's head south and deal with Spirits of the Pharaoh Fen. And once we complete that, we are going to fly over to the Cenarian Refugee to turn in Balance Must Be Preserved. And once we turn that in, we'll fly over to Swamp Rat and take the flight path back to Sabrajan to turn in all of these quests we've completed. There's still a few more quests, obviously. A lot of them are going to be up north by the Angarash grounds. And we might have a couple at Marshlight Lake as well. We'll see what our follow-ups look like. If I'm not mistaken, this should be just a simple kill quest. The totems we're collecting should drop off of these guys, but we'll see. I don't think there's a particular one. Unfortunately, we do have hunter NPCs here, which means we are going to get hit from range if we decide to leave them alone in favor of collecting a bunch of mobs together. Always frustrating to deal with. But everything's dying pretty quickly, so it's not the biggest of deals. Alright, our totems have been collected. That should be all that we need. Let's take a nice, relaxing flight over to Cenarian Refugee.
am honored. Asha Velat.
Alright, very cool. Yasiel Winsinger here does have a gray question mark over her head. I wonder what that's for. Possibly a quest for the heroic dungeons maybe, or something like that. Something I'm sure we don't have to interact with for the achievement, if I had to guess. So we're going to take a quick flight over to Swamp Rat Post, and then take another nice, relaxing flight back to Zabrajin. Got a lot of quests to turn in. Hope you guys are enjoying Zangar Marsh so far. After we turn these in, we should be past 40 quests. We'll only have about 10 more or so to complete. Let's see how far we can get in the next half hour or so. And we are back at Zabrajin. Let's get all this turned in.
You come get the voodoo. Good to meet ya.
We're going to take the Feralfen totem to the foot of the stairs, back at those ruins that we initially collected those from. Not sure if there's going to be any other quests over in this direction, so that might be one of the last ones you take care of. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Let's slay another named NPC.
Stay away from the voodoo. Be seeing ya.
And we're going to kill another named NPC.
Stay away from the voodoo.
Let's see, we got one over by Coilfang Reservoir, so we do have something at least in the central part of the region. And then Marshlight Lake.
What you looking for?
Collect 10 Marshfang Slicer Blades for a weapon. These are all one-handers though, so they're not going to be useful to us. We are approaching level 67 very quickly, which means we really need to start thinking about collecting more two-handed weapons. May have to go into the auction house to get some
What you want?
in preparation for Titan's Grip.
Be seeing ya.
Collecting some burst cap mushrooms. It seems like we can kind of do that anywhere.
Greetings, man. Spirits be with you, man. You be careful, man. Be seeing ya.
Now we're gonna collect some Angarash attack plans. I always thought these plans came off of just random ogres in the area, but it looks like they're actually located in a specific spot. Let's see what you can do about these burst cap shrooms. First, it looks like they are appearing on our minimap, which is fantastic, since we have Herbalism. Very helpful. Shouldn't take us long to get those. Now that we're good on the burst caps, let's head south and work on the Marshfang slicers. Got a named slicer out here, Count Ungula. It's good that we found him as well, an additional quest to turn in. It's very possible that we needed that. we've got our blades. Very nice. I suppose this is going to be the closest we're going to be to the ruins in the south, so let's head there first. We'll summon our serpent. We'll deal with that, and then we'll head north back to the Coilfang Reservoir to take out our named NPC. Serpent is dead. Now let's take on Mragesh. So far we're breezing through these objectives very, very quickly. I suppose we can head back to Zabrajin first and turn these in to see if there's any follow-ups. We'll collect our Angarash plans and Terrorclaw as well. That turn in, we've reached level 67, so another point into Skirmisher. Again, not super impactful. Our intercept is now 20 seconds, but that's doesn't really make or break us too much.
Don't be shy. You be careful, man.
How you do it, man? Spirits need you, man. Stay away.
So one follow-up so far. Take the Murloc cage up to the village we took care of Mamaki at. We'll head south first. We'll turn in the Sporagar related quest, as well as the Spawning Glen related quests and the Quag Ridge quests.
Goddess watch over.
Collect 10 boxes of mushrooms. Where are we going to be doing that? Oh, over by the ogres. Okay, so that's also north. That's good. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get yet another helmet for this. It's so weird how different pieces of gear are replaced. It's like we've replaced the helmet and shoulder slot multiple times in this zone alone, and yet we have not seen a single chest piece or leg plates that we can use at all anywhere.
Illumined like your path. Goddess watch
It's a little awkward.
May the stars guide you.
All right, we're heading up to Sporagar now, and then we'll start taking on the quests up north. Starting with Terrorclaw at Marshlight Lake. We are 5 quests away, and I am looking at the 5 quests right now on our map. So we do not have to pick up any follow-ups that we may get. We can just simply complete the quests that we have available right now, and we'll be done with Zangar Marsh. I wasn't expecting it to be done this episode. This is definitely going to be the quickest zone in Outland to complete. Let's see if we can turn in more glow caps. We don't quite have 10. We have 9. It probably only gives us reputation though, and I don't really think we care all that much. I'd rather just sell them on the auction house for a decent profit. Right, let's go grab Terror Claw. And I suppose we'll collect the attack plans next. Followed by the Murlocs unleashed on the village up north. Alright, plans collected, Murlocs unleashed. Just one last quest. A collection of boxes of mushrooms by the ogres of the Angarash. And then from there, I'm still debating on what zone I want to cover next. I'm very curious to see if we can actually tackle all of them. Or at least all of them except for maybe like one. Before we leave for Northrend. If we're gonna do Terracar Forest, we gotta do it like right now. As our next zone if we want to have a chance of still gaining experience from it. I guess it doesn't really matter so much. We don't need to progress super fast. If we wanted to progress super fast, we would just go to Northrend as soon as we hit level 68. But it's not the case. I'm not in a super rush to get to the Northrend zone, so maybe we will just do every single zone in Outland and just finish that off for good for the whole expansion. And that is it. 4 more quests to turn in, and we are done with Zangar Marsh. Let's head back to Sabrajin, as well as our friend to the south. And yeah, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go through every single Outland zone before we move on. And we'll see how far that pushes us. It's going to be cool to see how far we can actually go if we do the Outland zones in order. How far into the 70s can we actually go? And then we won't have to do too much Northrend, at least for the time being. We obviously have to do all of Northrend eventually. But as I've mentioned in previous episodes, Northrend is probably my least favorite continent for leveling, at least. Grizzly Hills is going to be nice. Maybe we'll do Howling Fjord as well, and then if we have to, we'll take care of Sholazar Basin. Hopefully that'll be enough to take us into the higher level Cataclysm zones. And we're back in town now. Let's go ahead and turn these in.
What's beyond your mind? You be careful, man.
Looks like some new boots.
Stay away from them.
Again, another item we've already upgraded a couple of times in this zone. These are more tank oriented. But that's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. Yeah, and it looks like a belt for this one. Again, something that we've already seen a couple times.
How you do it, man? You be careful, man.
We are not going to go back for Gorefist. We don't have to. It's nice that we picked up that extra quest item from Count Ungala. Saved us another trip up north. Alright, the last quest in Zangar Marsh, and there is our achievement, Mysteries of the Marsh. And a new helmet as well. Very, very, very cool. Guys, that is going to do it for me for today. We are done with Zangar Marsh, we are done with Hellfire Peninsula, and now we move on to Terakar Forest. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.